Dear learner, welcome to the course Sustainability Science. Myself, Dr. Y.S.C. Khuman, course coordinator of this course Sustainability Science, assistant professor, School of Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies, Indira Gandhi National Open University. As we know, emergence of sustainability science as a new discipline in research and education is one of the important responses to global common commitment to the emergent sustainable development agenda. Key circles and players in the global community, including the general public, policymakers and scientists, have become convinced by the mounting scientific evidence over the past more than three decades that the viability of the life on Earth is seriously threatened by the accelerating pressures from population growth, urbanization rate, expansion in energy-intensive production and consumption activities, climate change, and so on. The world has responded in various ways to these risks. Recognizing the need for urgent action to prevent or ameliorate the expected disastrous consequences of crossing boundaries of natural limits. And we recognize all that thing. Commitment to the emergent sustainable development agenda, like as a sustainable development goals, through several global initiatives, protocols, policy measures, and action programs and strategy, and it has, as a result, dominated the international political and professional debates and cooperative interactions. Few of them are, as you know, the IPCC, Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, and its protocol like Kyoto, Paris, etc. And we have Millennium Ecosystem Assessment, as we call MEA in different versions. Then in IPBSC, Intergovernmental Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services, and protection of biodiversity, combating of desertification protocol, and recent last decades UN Declaration on Sustainable Development in different form, like UN Declaration on Education of Sustainable Development. These are among others. There are a number of conventions, protocols, etc. However, the lack of understanding of sustainable development is still a problem among us that needs to face, whether it is in academic, government agencies, or private enterprises. Again, we the human beings brings out, two extreme ends of the society because of our activities, that is highly affluent lifestyle in few corners of the world, and on the other side, we will see unacceptable poverty at most of the places around the world. There is a wide gap that needs to be bring down that at an acceptable level to achieve the sustainable development. So sustainability science is explained as the science of sustainable development. So IGNOU's vision to this course is to encourage and promote research and education in interdisciplinary areas of sustainability, for bringing effective policy and planning in developing a sustainable nation, taking the key roles in global common efforts of achieving SDGs by 2030. The major objective of this course is to provide opportunity to the learners to deepen their knowledge and understanding about the cross-cutting issues of sustainability, principle of sustainability science, which is one of doctrine to achieve sustainable development. Now, when we look into different courses related to sustainable development, we may find a number of courses which talks about the issues of sustainability, with a special reference to either environmental or social or economic dimensions. But the need of the hour is to understand these cross-cutting issues, as we call sustainable development, through the lenses of interdisciplinary perspective, and to find approaches in achieving sustainability in a truly holistic way. So under the understanding of issues of sustainability, pathways to achieve sustainability, that is the principle of sustainability science, the basic concepts on holistic approaches to sustainable development and our responsibilities are being discussed in 4 main blocks. That is, block 1, introduction to sustainable development. Block 2, it will talk about the basic of sustainability science and its principle. Block 3, that approaches to sustainable development, and at last block 4, it is on ecology, economics, and ethics. The teaching learning processes, it is spread into 12 weeks. 12 weeks. The major objective of block 1, that is Introduction to Sustainable Development, is to understand the concept and evolution of sustainable development, its definition and critiques. It is being discussed into 4 units, and the teaching learning processes will take in 2 weeks. Those units, the units we are going to learn are Unit 1, it will talk about Introduction to Sustainable Development. Goals and the dimension of sustainable development we will discuss Unit 2. Then Unit 3, it will focus on global challenges of sustainable development. And Unit 4, and we will find out the basic principle of pathways to sustainable development. The different models of sustainable development, the value of and need for natural capital in bringing a sustained growth are being discussed in this block. After having the basic concept, goals, and dimensions of sustainable development, we will be able to understand the different challenges of sustainable development, especially in this 21st century. A brief elaboration on human population growth rate and its consequences in equities and social discretion, the gaps exist in the intra-generational equity, climate change, and so on, will be discussed in this block. The concept and the principle of evergreen revolution is one of the base pathways in achieving sustainable development in context of India are also being explained in this block. In block 2, that is sustainability science, we'll take you to study on the principle of sustainability science as a new emerging discipline, the need and approaches to sustainability science. It has 3 units, that is ecological foundation of basic human needs, concept of sustainability, and sustainability indicators. In addition to these units, we are going to have a special video session on sustainable development goals, SDGs and India, looking into the issues of sustainability and finding a way to achieve sustainable development goals. The human needs to understand our basic human needs, as scholars like Maslow's hierarchy of these human needs will be explaining in these blocks. Different stakeholders have to take their responsibilities in achieving SDGs by 2030 at different level. Likewise, different institutions, organizations, and nations are implementing different policies and programs. They need a evaluation of the recent initiative pathways, evaluation of the impacts are very required. And so the concept of indicators are being discussed in this block. And this block is spread into 3 weeks, that is from week 3 to week 5 of this course, Sustainability Science. And by the end of 5th week, you will have a clear understanding on sustainable development. The need for sustainability science in achieving SDGs by 2030 and India's achievement so far. From the 6 weeks onward, means from week 6 onwards, the course will take you in the direction of finding the approaches in achieving sustainable development. And so, the block 3, that is approaches to sustainable development, has 4 main units: natural resource management, landscape ecology, watershed management, and participation in policy and planning. The major objective of this block is to study the principles and approaches of natural resource management at landscape level in brief. It also focuses on the participatory principles in successful implementation of resource management. The teaching learning process of this block will be in 4 weeks, that is from week 6 to week 9 of the course. As you know, a wise and effective management of natural resources is one of the best approaches to sustainable development. The root cause of the issues of sustainability is the degradation of the quality of the environment due to unmindful exploitation of natural resources throughout the history of human civilization. As we know, any resources you cannot look into isolation. It may be forest, it may be water body, It may be agricultural land, it may be barren land, etc. They interact through a cycle as we call resource or material cycle. So the best way to understand this function is to understand the ecology of landscape, or as we call landscape ecology, and then managing at watershed level. The role and responsibility of society or the social value of natural resource management for achieving sustainability can be possible when we have an effective community participation. All this, what we are discussing in few seconds, that all this concept and the principle are being discussed in brief under block 3. And in block 4, last block of this course, that is ecology, economics, and ethics. The main objective of this block is to understand ethical value behind sustainability. The concept of Human Development Index and Gross Happiness Index are discussed for bringing the eco-friendly lifestyle. This block has 3 units. Unit 1 on human resource development and eco-friendly lifestyle. Unit 2 is on education, awareness, and environmental ethics. And Unit 3 is on moving towards green technology. In the last 3 weeks of the course, that is 10, 11, 12 weeks, you will be able to explore different concepts like eco-friendly lifestyles, ethics, green technology, happiness index, etc. When we talk about following the principle of sustainable lifestyle, by majority of us, where the present situation are in the state of danger, what we have to do? So the convincing each and every person means convincing the people may need to look into their religious point of view of their ethos. So in this context, we are bringing the basic principle of Indian ethos. After completion of this course, as a learning outcomes, you will be able to explain the need and importance of sustainability science, to discuss the different issues related to sustainability, be it social dimension, ecological dimension, economical dimension, or cross-cutting at different level from local to regional to national to global level. And you will be able to become an ambassador of promoting a sustainable lifestyle. And if we look as a qualification descriptors, you can be able to demonstrate the comprehensive knowledge and understanding about, as a qualification descriptor, you can be able to demonstrate comprehensive knowledge and understanding about the new emerging discipline, the sustainability science. Use the principle of sustainability science for critical assessment of a wide range of sustainable development projects, policies, and planning at different levels. And one can apply their understanding or their knowledge or understanding to develop different projects, policies, and planning for achieving sustainable development at different levels. So even then we can look into, as a major characteristic or attributes of this course will be, for example, what you understand is the major characteristic attributes of this course are as disciplinary knowledge, and in terms of disciplinary knowledge and skills, you have the capability of demonstrating the comprehensive knowledge and understanding on the fundamental principle of sustainability science, new emerging discipline. As a skilled communicator, you will be able to communicate the complex cross-cutting issues in a simple language at different levels. As a critical thinker and problem solver, you will be able to bring out or suggest implementable approach to cross-cutting issues at different scale. Then you will have a sense of query that have a capability to analyze any issues from different perspectives at different level, which may be of spatio-temporal scale. As a team player or worker, your knowledge on basic principles and approaches to sustainable development will equip yourself as a leader or a proactive member in interdisciplinary or transdisciplinary team. If you look from ethical awareness reasoning point of view, the basic foundation of the program is the principle of ethics. As a lifelong learner, you have a capability of self-directed learning aimed at enhancing and improving your knowledge on contemporary global issues in achieving sustainable development at different levels. So let us enjoy the learning of the course Sustainability Science. Let us be a change maker. So let us meet in the next session for today. Thanks a lot. Thank you.